If you ever find yourself in a situation where the man doesn't treat you right, run. Most of us can attest to the fact that dating in today's world can be complicated, especially when we cannot identify the harmful, oppressive, and disrespectful behaviors of men towards women. We need to recognize these behaviors to have a thriving relationship. By the time this video wraps up, you'll have a personal radar tuned to spot those red flags women should steer clear of when dealing with men. Without further ado, let's dive into the video. Men should not call nasty names in arguments. Has a man ever called you pathetic while you were having disagreements? Unintelligent? Ugly? Crazy? Incompetent? People tend to lose control whenever they get angry. However, how much is too much? Do you often find yourself having disagreements with your partner where they resolve to call you nasty names? Then, you must reevaluate the relationship and call it for what it is. I understand the need for you to make excuses for the man. Maybe you were at fault. You may have forgotten to do what you said you would do. Regardless, nobody should ever call you nasty names. Talk to the man about how you feel about him calling you nasty names. If he calls you ugly, tell him it makes you feel belittled and insecure. If he does not listen, you may have to run. Men should not disregard your boundaries. Have you found yourself in a situation where you constantly had to shift your boundaries to accommodate a man? If this is you, you need to stop. Your boundaries are a form of self-care in which you are aware of your needs and prioritize them. As a woman, you need to understand that you cannot always determine how men behave, but you can determine what you accept and cannot accept from them. If you constantly change your boundaries to suit what a man wants, he will not take you seriously. Behaving like this only weakens your boundaries. So, how do you stop a man from pushing your boundaries? You start by setting up a strong one, and don't feel bad about it. Acknowledge that you're not responsible for how men react to your decision to build a strong boundary. For example, if you do not want to have sex with a particular man, talk about it. Let him know that you are not comfortable having sex with him and stand by the decision. If he disagrees with you, maybe he's not the one for you. Your boundaries can even be as little as not receiving phone calls after a particular time at night. You can limit how long you want to talk to someone. Be free to decline invites or anything you are not comfortable doing. Learn to say no to men and do not feel sorry. Set the rules and be clear and consistent about them. Men should not try to reshape your life to fit his. You may currently be in this situation and may not even know it. Sometimes, some men come into your life as charming beings, manipulating you into thinking you need to change. Don't get me wrong, every human is flawed and may sometimes need to change certain aspects of their life. However, the things that make you who you are, such as your beliefs, preferences, opinions, goals, and lifestyle choices, should not be taken away from you. There is a thin line between trying to change your flaws and reshaping the essence of your life to fit his. It isn't easy to spot when this happens, but when you feel your partner is trying to make you into someone you are not, you may take a step back and reevaluate the relationship. Ask yourself this question. If I'm not the kind of woman he wants, then why stay with me to change me? If you are a non-vegetarian and he wants a vegetarian woman, he should get a vegetarian woman and not force you to become one. If you are an atheist and he is a Christian, why stay with you and force his religion down your throat? So simple, right? Yet, they get into these relationships. Any man who wants you to conform to their way of life and thinking should not be the type of man you want to spend the rest of your life with. Men should not be obsessed with you. Remember the romance books and movies you grew up reading and watching. Remember the things you were told as a young woman while growing up. You were taught that obsessive men were the ones who love you. Do not mistake obsession with love. The type of love you should receive is healthy love and not that of obsession. An obsessed man does not love you, but loves the idea of having you. Usually, they have extreme feelings of infatuation. If you tell an obsessed man no, he becomes more obsessed because he does not love, respect, or care about you. He does not care if you want him back. He just wants to possess, control, and manipulate you. Have you noticed that men who are obsessed with you don't care to know more about you, what you think, or what you have to say? So, how do you deal with an obsessed man? You set strict boundaries with them, which ties to the first point. You can avoid the places they visit, ignore their phone calls, block them on social media, change your routine, and avoid meeting them. Do not be overly friendly with an obsessed man because you can send the wrong signals to them, and they will not take you seriously. Men should not treat you based on stereotypes and generalizations. As a man said to you, "That is how women behave?" It is important to understand that while stereotypes and generalizations tell a truth about a population or situation, more often than not, they are not the truth and a representative of that population or truth. Men who make assumptions about women based on gender stereotypes and generalizations often fail to realize that women are people with individual thoughts, opinions, behaviors, feelings, beliefs, and experiences. Assumptions are disrespectful because they limit you to a monolith and ignore your individuality. They limit your potential, fulfillment, and personal growth. Men like this have narrow views and expectations about women. For example, a man with an outdated gender ideology, such as all women should be the one to cook, may not be willing to cook at all in a relationship. So what happens when you don't know how to cook or fall sick? Thoughts like this can lead to misunderstandings, misjudgments, and miscommunications in a relationship. Recognizing the things men should not do with women is important if you want to live a healthy and balanced life. Always prioritize your safety, mental health, and overall well-being in any relationship. Videos like this are important because they provide the necessary information to women to help them recognize when they are not treated as equals regarding their opinions and decisions being valued and respected. Always trust your instincts. If you sense that this man isn't right for you, then he isn't right for you. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the content, please show your support by clicking the like button and subscribing to this channel. Stay tuned for more empowering content on the She Believes channel. Until next time, believe in yourself and keep shining.